So friends, now we are ready with what? Ready with who has got surplus and who has got a deficit. That surplus of Mr. A is to be distributed among the B, C, D, E. In which ratio? Right. Surplus of A to be distributed. Surplus of A to be distributed among B, C, D, E. In the ratio of 25:10:15. So what you do? 4,500 divided by 75 into 25. 1,500. Similarly, 1,500, 600, 900. All of you got how we arrived with that figures? Now you please tell me what is the net liability. As far as B is concerned, he has to subscribe for how many number of shares? 1,000. As far as C is concerned, he has to subscribe for how many shares? 36,000. As far as D is concerned, he has to subscribe for how many shares? 6,400. As far as E is concerned, how many number of shares? 6,600. Now, what we need to do, friends? First, we should write the entry for what? Underwriting commission and the brokerage के लिए हम entries लगा लेंगे. Underwriting commission account data first. Underwriting commission account data. Detailed we will write the entries. Underwriting commission account data. 2A, 2A, 2B, B, 2E. Total number of shares are how many? पहले पूरा नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स बता दीजिए. 4 lakhs. और इश्यू प्राइस कितना? All of you got the point. Issue price कितना? 10 rupees. 4 lakhs into 10 into लिख लो, ब्रैकेट्स में लिख लो, 4 lakhs into 10 into what is the percentile of the underwriting commission? 2% into 2%. Makes it to how much? 80,000. So against underwriting commission, you write 80,000. Now this 80,000 should be between A, B, C, D, E. In which ratio? 25:25:25:10:15. So 80,000 into 25% is 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 8,000, 12,000. Want you can cross check. Kaisa 1 lakh shares is that of the A. So 1 lakh into 100 into 2%. 1 lakh into 10 into 2%. How much it makes it to? 20,000. Even E you check. What is it? E. How many number of shares he will? 60,000 into 10 into 2% makes it to 12,000. So write the narration being the underwriting commission payable accounted for. Being underwriting commission payable accounted for. Then the next issue is regarding the brokerage. Write the entry brokerage account dater to brokerage account dater to D. D's account, because brokerage will be given to only that particular underwriter who volunteered and applied for the shares. So what is stated in the problem? Against D, the number of shares which you have, out of that 10,000 is the one which he has applied, isn't it or not? The problem gives the information that Included in the number of applications mentioned against D in the above table was the application made by D himself for 10,000 shares. So write in the inner column 10,000 into what is the issue price, 10 into 2.5%, 500 rupees. So 500, 500, 500, 500 being the underwriting commission payable accounted for, being underwriting commission, sorry, being brokerage payable accounted for. Now, what need to happen? Who has to subscribe for the shares? B, C, D, E, isn't it or not? B's account data, C's account data, D's account data, E's account data to equity share capital, to equity share capital. Kitna, how much? 50,000 shares all together these people need to subscribe. What is the amount that you are going to receive at this moment? Not with the 10 rupees you have to multiply, friends, because at this stage company is only receiving what? Share application money. What is share application money? 2 rupees. So against the equity share capital you write 1 lakh. Brackets 50,000 into 2. Now against A against B, how much B has to subscribe? How many shares? 1000. So 1000 into 2 is 2000. And C has to subscribe to how many shares? 36,000 into 2, 72,000. And D how much? 6,400 into 2, 12,800. Against E, 6,600 into 2, 13,200. Make some total. Is it coming to 1 lakh or not? Happily it will be 1 lakh is the point. Now friends, tell me, ये को पे करना नहीं तो उनो हमको पे करना. ये क्रेडिट कितना दिए आप अंडरराइटिंग कमीशन से? वो पहले एंट्री से कितना क्रेडिट दिए ये को? हाउ मच? Any debit is there to his account? No. Then you write A's account debtor to bank. A's account debtor to bank. कितना? 20,000, 20,000. Next, number 2. From the stage of B, you just see the debit and credit. Debit is how much? Credit is how much? 20. So we have to receive or he has to pay? He has to pay. He has to pay is the point. So when we receive the money, what is the entry? Bank account debtor to B. Bank account debtor to B. How much? 18,000. 18,000. Next, as far as C is concerned, C का क्रेडिट कितना मिले? 20,000. डेबिट कितना मिले? 70. तो डिफरेंस कितना? 52,000. He has to pay or we have to pay? He has to pay. So bank account debtor to I am very slowly asking you to tell, but still you are not picking up the things. क्या बता रहे हैं भाई? क्रेडिट है और डेबिट है, राइट? C as far as whom you are saying B का क्रेडिट कितना है, क्रेडिट कितना 20,000, डेबिट कितना, हाँ तो जिसको क्रेडिट है उनको देना, हमको देना, उनको देना, उनको देना बोले तो क्या करते, एंट्री क्या लगाते, हाँ तो इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रहा आपको, नींद में नहीं लिखना, write the point that adjust it first. As far as not C, it is the B का क्या हो रहा, he need to pay to us, we need to pay to him, we need to pay to him means what, B is account debtor to bank account, B is account debtor to bank account. How much? 18,000, 18,000. Apply your brain also. Don't keep it in the static state and let me write what the sir says. If that is the case, that is there already there in the textbook. Next, as far as C is concerned, look at the C. C का क्या हुआ, उसका क्रेडिट कितना है, क्रेडिट कितना है, डेबिट कितना है, तो net effect is what, 52,000 debit or credit, debit means what, receivable. So on receipt what is the entry you will write, bank account debtor to C. How much it is, 52,000, 52,000. Next, as far as D is concerned, he has got two credits, one is in the form of underwriting commission and another is the brokerage. Underwriting commission plus brokerage payable to him is how much, 8,500. How much he has to pay, 12,000. So the difference is what, whether he has to pay or we have to pay, he has to pay. So bank account debtor to D. How much, 4,300. As far as E is concerned, what is it? As far as E is concerned, what is it? Credit is how much, debit is how much, so how much we have to pay, 1,200 we need to pay, he has to pay. How you are saying that he has to pay, debit is more than the credit, so ask him to pay and receive and write the entry, bank account debtor to E's account. How much it is, 1,200, 1,200. Now friends tell me, through bank पूरा डेबिट्स कितना आ रहा, एक बार जरा क्रॉस चेक कर लो, पूरा डेबिट्स इन द बैंक अकाउंट, total debits in the bank account, how much you are getting, 56,300 or 57,500. Carefully see, simple things, don't make mistake. 57,000 correct. पूरा क्रेडिट्स कितना है बैंक में, 38,000. अंडरराइटिंग कमीशन डेबिट कितना है, 80,000. एंड ब्रोकरेज क्रेडिट डेबिट कितना है, एंड इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल क्रेडिट कितना है, 1 लाख. एक कंसोलिडेटेड एंट्री भी लिख सकते हैं आप, लिख लो consolidated entry. Alternatively we can write the consolidated entry. What is that consolidated entry? Bank account debtor 57,500 underwriting commission account data, underwriting commission account data कितना 80,000, brokerage account data 500, to equity share capital, पहले तो वो लिख लो, to equity share capital 1 lakh, to bank 38,000. Now friends, tell me, is the consolidated entry is easy or individually passing the entries is easy? Individually passing the entries is easy or consolidated entry is easy? Of course, consolidated entry pass करने के लिए individually एक idea बना के तब pass करना पड़ता. But the expectation of the examiner is what? It's not that you write individual entries. You just look at the situation and write the consolidated entry. That is what the expectation there. Because even 10 plus 2 person can write the individual entries. कितना देना कितना पे करना वैसा ही है ना, हम लिखे तो है consolidated एक entry से कर सके तो अच्छा रहता. But which is more explanatory? Individual entries. Which is more confusing or slightly complication? Consolidated entry. And you will be termed as a good accountant only when you write the accounts which you only can understand, which others cannot understand without your presence, right? See, on one hand we discuss too much about disclosure, this accounting standard, that accounting standard, that accounting standard. On the other hand, we have what you call the concept called as confidentiality, secrecy, all these things. That's where while doing the audits also, accounting standard says that you should have a knowledge of the business and all. Yes, knowledge of the business, so many things need to be there. But the toughest part is what? When we go to the audit, first understanding their accounting system, how they pass the entries. What is the big deal, sir? It is a double entry system. In any case, payment को payment entry लिखना, expense को expense entry लिखना, और income को income entry लिखना, receipt को receipt entry लिखना. लिखना वो सही बात है, मगर वो कैसे लिख रहे हैं? That is most important, because some packages are complicated to understand. Some packages, some accountants are going to make the package complicated. But as a chartered accountant, you cannot say tomorrow, I am not able to understand the accounts. तो कैसे भी एंट्री करने दो, उसका फाइनल इफेक्ट कहाँ पे आ रहा, असर कैसे कहाँ आ रहा, वो सब आपको मालूम होना. Because you are all doctors for the financial accounts. Only in case, let us suppose today junior NTR met with an accident. If the doctor who is treating him says that I know only when head gets injured here, if head is getting injured here, that is not there in the textbook I have studied, let me first read the textbook and then I will come and make the suturing part of it, sutures and all I will do later. होता वैसा? So what I am trying to tell you is, all cannot become doctors by studying MD or DM. All cannot become chartered accountants by getting a certificate from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. क्योंकि ये डॉक्टर प्रोफेशन और चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट प्रोफेशन क्या है, ये प्रोफेशंस है, उसको प्रैक्टिस करने से आपको आ जाता, बुक पढ़ने से क्या आता, जनरल आइडिया आता. But practically how it has to be done, only when you do the articles. When you do the articles means, no sir, I am doing the articles. That is not the point. दिल से कर रहे हैं, दिमाग से कर रहे हैं नहीं कर रहे हैं वो बात है, जा रहे हैं 10 बजे आ रहे हैं 5 बजे, like that, instead of doing like that, not doing is better. Got the point? See, involvements should come from your side, not from your boss side. Again and again, wherever the chance comes to me, I am insisting and also giving you the significance of the article for the simple reason that unless you appreciate and understand the purposive intent of the articles, your article life will become bore. So friends, try to understand. See, we send the people to the audits just not to listen that we are not able to understand the accounting system. क्या है करना, आज हम हैं आपके साथ, कल के दिन आप चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है तो बैठ के दिमाग अप्लाई करते नहीं करते, वो आज से ही शुरू करो ताकि कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाएगा. Other way around, see, this is a professional course, unlike your BCom, where stereotype questions will come. In the exam also, slightly if he change the concept and ask you to do you need to apply your brain or not? That sharpness, when it will come? Only when practically you handle the issues, then how to amend your knowledge to the practical situation will be known. So voluntary participation should come from the articles while doing the work, not for your boss you are doing the work, for your own improvement of the skill you are supposed to do. Got the point? I got the first rank in the what you call medical entrance, but I don't know how to give the injection to the patient. क्या डॉक्टर है भाई तू? No, injection compounder will give. Compounder will give. Let us suppose by the time the patient is coming, compounder is not there, so let the patient die. Right? There is no inferior work, superior work. Every work is a what you call a superior work, right from the stage of arranging the files. Every work is the superior work, as long as you appreciate it. Back to the point. The next question is question number 4. Libra Limited came up with an issue of 20,000 equity shares of 10 of rupees 10 each at par. 5 lakh shares were issued to the promoters. So this problem, what is the point? Earlier we discussed one point. What is that point? That is only in respect of the shares which are offered to the general public, you are going to get the what you call underwriting commission. That is, underwriter will get the underwriting commission. For the shares which are offered to the promoters, taken up by the promoters, they on that the underwriters are not entitled for any underwriting commission. And the balance is offered to the public. What is the balance? 20 lakhs में से 5 lakhs निकाल दिए तो 15 lakhs. And then Anand, Vijay, Ashok equally with a firm underwriting of 50,000 shares each. So irrespective of the fact whether the public take or not take, we will give our commitment to what? Subscribe for 50,000 shares is the point. And then subscriptions totaled to 12,97,000 shares, including the marked forms which were Anand 4,25,000, Vijay 4,50,000, Ashok 3,50,000. The underwriters have the number of shares covered by the firm underwriting. The amounts payable on application and allotment is 2 rupees 50 NP and 2 rupees respectively. The agreed commission was 5%. Pass the summary journal entries for A. Allotment of the shares to the underwriters, commission due to the each of them, and the net cash paid or received is the point. Friends, we will start with the basic data. Take the basic data. Total number of shares. Total number of shares 20 lakhs. less number of shares taken up by the promoters, less number of shares taken up by the promoters, 5 lakhs, balance is 15 lakhs. This 15 lakhs is what? Number of shares offered to the public, number of shares offered to the public, less number of shares subscribed for, less number of shares subscribed for, how much it works out to be? 12 lakhs 97,000, 12 lakh 97,000. So balance is what? Balance is how much? 2 lakhs 3,000. Again, as the 2 lakh 3,000, you write number of shares to be subscribed, number of shares to be subscribed as per the general underwriting obligation, as per the general underwriting obligation. Next, total subscriptions, total subscription, how much it is? 12 lakh 97,000, less marked applications, less marked applications, how much it is? A, that is Anand 4 lakh 25,000, Anand 4 lakhs 25,000, and Vijay 4 lakh 50,000, Ashok 3 lakh 50,000. Put together is what? How much? 12 lakhs 25,000. Then the balance is what? 72,000. This 72,000 represents what? Unmarked applications. Unmarked applications are 72,000 is the point. Now, friends, we will prepare a statement of ascertainment of individual liability of the underwriters, First, particulars Anand, Vijay, Ashok. Particulars Anand, Vijay, Ashok. First, as per general agreement, 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, less firm underwriting. This problem differs from the previous problem. This is the first problem where you are going for the firmly underwritten shares. Less firm underwriting, 50,000, 50,000, 50,000. Thereby the balance is 4 lakh 50,000, 4 lakh 50,000, 4 lakh 50,000. Less marked applications, less marked applications. How much it is, friends? 4,25,000, 4,50,000, 3,50,000. Write a small note somewhere, leaving some space. Write a small note. Marked applications is presumed to be inclusive of firmly underwritten shares, firmly underwritten shares. Right. इसका meaning क्या रहता? Your marked applications include in it what? Include in it firmly underwritten. Other way around, what will happen? Your total is what? Total is 15 lakhs. And total subscribed is what? Total subscribed is what? 12 lakhs 97,000. So balance kitna? 2 lakhs 3,000. And we are saying 2 lakh 3,000 is the total number of shares to be subscribed. If this is the case, then the marked applications, if it is inclusive of the firmly underwritten shares, what will happen? Then extra they have to what you call a subscribe is the point. So if your presumption is that this marked applications do not include the firmly underwritten shares of 1,50,000, then the obligation as per general underwriting will come to what? From that 2 lakhs 3,000, you should reduce what? That 1,50,000, thereby your obligation under the general underwriting will come only to the tune of 53,000. So that way if we are proceeding, the note that you just now have written should be modified. Modified to what extent? That is, marked applications does not include in it firmly underwritten shares. Write the point. That is, marked applications does, in the note itself you just make an adjustment. Marked applications does not include firmly underwritten shares. Then only this solution makes a sense, because from total 15 lakhs you are reducing 1,50,000, thereby your general obligation is coming to what? 13,50,000. For that 13,50,000, if you reduce 12,97,000, only 53,000 comes under the form of the general obligation is the point. Here only you just make a note of it. Total obligation is 2,03,000. That includes 1,50,000 of the firm underwriting. So 53,000 comes under the what? The general underwriting. Or other way around, earlier you wrote one statement of 2,03,000. Where is this? 2,03,000 you arrived at, na? So write the point that ascertainment of, we will continue with that, but write one more note, ascertainment of obligation under general underwriting, ascertainment of obligation under general underwriting. How do you do that? First, total number of shares 15 lakhs, inner column 20 lakhs minus 5 lakhs, less subscribed by the public, 12 lakhs kitna? 97,000 less firmly underwritten shares, less firmly underwritten shares. How much? Firmly underwritten shares 1,50,000. So that general underwriting obligation will be how much? 53,000. Right friends, come back to the original statement. Original statement where you are there, what is stated? Less market applications करे सो तो क्या हो रहा? 25,000 is the thing that is coming towards whom? Towards A, and 1 lakh is coming towards whom? Towards the Ashok. Anand 25,000 and Ashok 1 lakh. So far what you have deducted? Firmly underwritten shares and the marked applications you deducted. So unmarked applications को deduct करो, less unmarked applications. Unmarked applications are how many? 72,000. That is to be distributed in the gross liability ratio between only two people, because already Mr. Vijay completed. Again if you do with the 3, what will happen? Again Vijay will get surplus and that surplus is to be distributed. What is the fun in it? Happily you can do between the what you call Anand and the Vijay, Ashok. So 72,000 in 1:1 ratio. 72,000 in 1:1 ratio. So 72,000 in 1:1 ratio, if you distribute, what will happen? 36,000, 36,000. In which case what will happen friends? Mr. Anand, the surplus will be 11,000. For Mr. Ashok 64,000. Now the Anand surplus should be given to whom? Ashok. Write that also. That is surplus of Anand given to Ashok. Surplus of Anand given to Ashok. How much it is? 11,000. Thereby what will happen friends? Ultimately the general liability to subscribe to the shares falls on whom? Falls on Mr. Ashok. 64,000 minus 11,000 is 53,000. So write one small note. Total obligation of individual underwriters. Total obligation of individual underwriters. Anand 50,000 plus 0. Anand 50,000 plus 0, 50,000. I have Vijay 50,000 plus 0, 50,000. Ashok 50,000 plus 53,000, that is equal to 1,03,000. So successfully we are able to ascertain that. Now how do we go about? See, with respect to the firmly underwritten shares, already application money is received because they have subscribed along with the general public for firmly underwritten shares. So with respect to the firmly underwritten shares, now we have to receive what? Allotment money. Whereas generally underwritten shares का obligations से application money भी receive करना, allotment money भी receive करना. All of you are able to get my point? Write a small note. Since underwriters will subscribe, along with the general public, in respect of firmly underwritten shares, firmly underwritten shares, now they need to pay, now they need to pay only what? Allotment money in respect of firmly underwritten shares, in respect of the firmly underwritten shares, whereas in respect of shares to be subscribed, in respect of shares to be subscribed as a part of general underwriting, as a part of general underwriting, they have to pay both application and allotment money, application and allotment money. So, statement of amount receivable oblique payable, statement of amount receivable oblique payable by the underwriters. First, what is it? Amount to be first particulars, who are there? Anand, Vijay, Ashok. Anand, Vijay, Ashok. What you do is amount receivable in respect of allotment money, amount receivable in respect of allotment money towards the firmly underwritten shares, towards the firmly underwritten shares, 50,000 into 2.5 inner column each, 50,000 into 2.5. How much is 50,000 into 2.5? 1,25,000, 1,25,000, 1,25,000. Next, amount to be received in respect of application and allotment money, amount to be received in respect of application and allotment money towards general underwriting, 53,000 into 4.5, 53,000 into 4.5 makes it to how much? Not against Anand, only against Ashok, only against Ashok. How much? 53,000 into 4.5, 2,38,500. And as far as Anand and Vijay is concerned, 0 0 you write. Now total it, total करे सो तो कितना आ रहा? 1,25,000, 1,25,000, 3 lakhs, 3,63,500. Okay. Less underwriting commission payable, less underwriting commission payable. Inner column you write 5 lakhs into issue price is how much? Issue price is 10 rupees. 5 lakhs into 10 into 5%. 5 lakhs into 10 into 5% makes it to how much? 2,50,000, 2,50,000, 2,50,000. How much it makes to? Totally how much? What is that you wrote? हाँ, लेस अंडरराइटिंग कमीशन निकाल दिए तो कितना पे करना होगा? 1,25,000, 2,50,000, 2,50,000, 2,50,000. Now you please tell me whether amount is receivable or payable. Receivable from whom and payable from whom? Payable to Anand and Vijay. Receivable from Ashok. Write the entries first. Underwriting commission account data. Underwriting commission account data to Anand, to Vijay, to Ashok. 2,50,000, 2,50,000, 2,50,000. Total is 7,50,000. Next, share application account data. Sorry, not share application. Cut it off. Who is that gentleman? Ashok. Ashok account data to share application. Ashok account data to share application. Kitna? 53,000 into 2 rupees. 53,000 into 2 rupees. Towards application kitna? 2.5. So in that case slightly we made an error in preparing the statement. 4.5 वो तो ले लिए मगर अलॉटमेंट के लिए 2 रुपीस ही देना है ना, तो 1 लाख 1 लाख 1 लाख ही है ना, 1,25,000 डाले ना हम. We have written 1,25,000. That is error only na, because 2 rupees 50 NP is towards the application, 2 rupees is towards the allotment. That's where you have to be very careful. So right there again restart. What is it? How you have started? Allotment money to be received is 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Application and allotment money to be received is 2,38,500 in case of the Ashok. Put together is what? 1 lakh, 1 lakh and 3 lakhs 60, 3 lakhs 63 or 3 lakhs 38,500. Then if you reduce, what will happen? 1,50,000, 1,50,000, and how much it works out to be? 88,500. That's what. So even a small oversight could create a problem in this. Concept may be very simple. So first, ये तो कर दिए ना, कितना? Underwriting commission account data to Anand, Vijay, Ashok. That entry is correct. Now Ashok account data to share application. कितना आ रहा? 53,000 into 2.5. 53,000 into 2.5. How much? 1 lakh, 1,32,500, 1,32,500. Next friends, that is share allotment account data to share allotment account data to Anand, to whom? Who are they? They are Anand, to Vijay, to Ashok. To Anand, to Vijay, to Ashok. Against Anand, how much it is? 50,000 into 2, 1 lakh. Against Anand, first you write 1 lakh. Against Vijay, also you write 1 lakh. whereas against Mr. Ashok, how much it is? Both 50 plus 53, 103 into 2, 1,03,000 into 2, 2,06,000 is the point. Now you tell me how much is payable to Mr. Anand and Vijay, and how much is receivable from Ashok. Payable to Anand is how much? Ashok should get the, yes, I wrote in the same way, na? 53,000 into 4.5 karna, or apply your common sense. Common sense should say that first entry I wrote what? Application money receive करा दिए उनसे, बाद में what you call allotment को करा दिए. All of you are able to get my point. In allotment to the Ashok, how much is coming? 53,000 plus 50,000 into 2 rupees. Small twist if we make, if you are not fast enough to catch, that really puts you into problem. Stereotyped thinking should not be there, right? I am coming to your level and making you to pass the entries without giving you the complicated entries which are given in the textbook. Got the point? ये सोच के आप छोटे बच्चे हैं. Got the point? नहीं तो एक कंसोलिडेटेड एंट्री बता सकते मैं, मगर स्मॉल ट्विस्ट को भी आप don't give a instruction that I will write stereotype, I will think stereotype. Here what is the entry, what is the purpose for which I am making you to write the entry, you please think of. What is the purpose for which I am making you to write that entry of this 1,32,500 and 1,32,500? In respect of the general underwriting, share application money 2.5, that is 53,000 into 2.5 is what? 1,32,500, 1,32,500. वो रिसीव करने, वो एंट्री पास करने के बाद you have to write only allotment entry in respect of both general underwriting shares and the firmly underwritten shares. Right. Now you see the from your entries, debits and credits to Mr. Anand. What is the debit? 2,50,000. What is the credit? 1 lakh. Credit is 1 lakh, debit is 2,50,000. So how much is to be paid to him, or how much is credit is 2,50,000, debit is yes, आनंद अकाउंट डेटर रिसीवेबल्स है तो उसको डेबिट करके क्रेडिट इसको दे दो, शेयर अलॉटमेंट अकाउंट को. This entry, Anand account debtor, Vijay account debtor to Ashok account is, instead of writing what you write, Anand account debtor, Vijay account debtor, Ashok account debtor to share allotment. Now you tell me what is the difference. Anand, what is the debit? What is the credit? So how much is the credit? Net credit. Whether that is payable or receivable? Payable. To make the payment, Anand account debtor. How much? Anand account debtor to bank. 1,50,000, 1,50,000. Next, as far as Vijay is concerned, same thing. That is Vijay account debtor to bank. Vijay account debtor to bank. 1,50,000, 1,50,000. As far as Ashok is concerned, just to see what are the debits to his account. Debits to his account is 2,06,000 plus 1,32,500 minus the credit of 2,50,000. That's what already we have written in the statement. Here again through entries also you have to cross verify. Write the entry bank account debtor to Ashok account. How much it is? 88,500, 88,500. So here whenever they say share application and allotment, you should not make a mistake of what you call taking a share application as share allotment money as a share application, then things will go wrong. So you should be very particular with what is share application money and what is share allotment money. And one more assumption which we have taken while doing this problem is firmly underwritten shares are subscribed along with the general public. So in respect of those shares already application money is received. So in respect of those firmly underwritten shares only the allotment money is to be received. Whereas general underwriting जो obligation है उसमें पूरा application money भी receive करना, allotment money भी receive करना. तो the total issue is what? First underwriting commission कितना? Underwriting commission will be paid only in respect of the shares which are offered to the general public. So the one which is offered to the promoters, on that there is no underwriting commission. And underwriting commission is always calculated based on what? Number of shares underwritten into issue price. In the absence of any specific issue price, face value and the issue price are one and the same, multiplied by the percentage of the commission will give you the underwriting commission. So underwriting commission को debit करके underwriters को credit कर देते. Now with respect to the what you call shares they have to subscribe, already they have subscribed in respect of the firmly underwritten shares. So we will ask them to pay the allotment money. When we ask them to pay the allotment money, the entry is what? Underwriters account debtor to share allotment account is the point. And then the next issue is what? Like the net effect आप देखना पड़ता. As far as Mr. Ashok and Vijay is concerned, the Anand and Vijay is concerned, there is no general underwriting obligation. So their obligation is only to pay allotment money towards the shares which are firmly underwritten. Against what is payable against the allotment money, we are reducing the what is it the underwriting commission. Balance underwriting commission will be paid to them. The payment entry will be the underwriter's account debtor to bank. Whereas when it comes to the point of the Ashok, what is the underwriting commission is less than the what he has to pay in respect of the firmly underwritten shares, the allotment money, in respect of generally underwritten shares, the application money as well as the allotment money. This is the whole lot of procedure. And while ascertaining the obligations also, how you have ascertained? First, generally under general obligation you calculated, it worked out to be 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs. From that firmly underwritten shares you reduce, from that marked applications you reduce, then the unmarked applications part, what you did, the unmarked applications part is being distributed among those people who have got the deficit. In which ratio? In the 1:1 ratio, their gross liability ratio only you distributed. And in this case general underwriting obligation is 53,000 only. How you came to know that? From the total 15 lakhs, 12,97,000 is received from the general public, 1,50,000 is received from the underwriters. So balance 53,000 is the shortfall, which shortfall will be is coming to whom? To the last underwriter of Mr. Ashok. That is the whole lot of issue.